Do you want to master Arya? Well, this is the video for you. In this video, I'm gonna be going over basically everything you need to know to start playing Arya, or even if you're already playing her, master her even more. So to start off, I'm gonna talk about Arya's normal moves, then I'll talk about her specials, then after that, I'm gonna go into combos of all skill levels, going down to the core of her very combo theory. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just start right off with all of her normal moves. First off, her jab is still fantastic. It is an integral part of Arya's kit to use jab to whiff punish. I will get into this move in deeper detail a little later, but anyways. Her down tilt has also received a change. She's now able to choose which direction you want it to move, but you still can't really combo out of it. However, it can kill at higher percents, so if you're struggling to get that last hit in, it's a really useful tool. It's also just generally really good in neutral with its crazy long reach and unreactable speed. Her neutral grounded attack is pretty good now too. I still don't click it that often, but it could definitely work well at higher percentages to end stocks. Up tilt still isn't that great, but at least it kills pretty early now. If you can catch someone above you, it's still pretty useful. However, I don't find myself using it all that much. The last normal attack here is the dash attack. This is a great kill move that can be very hard for people to deal with, but you need to be cautious with its use due to its long end lag potentially making you punished. Out of her aerials. First off, her side air is insanely strong now and can kill very early. If you're looking to finish off a stock, try side air. Her down air is a great spike. It can be used in combos, but it's hard to get the most out of it and can potentially end your combos or be hard to, actually hit in the first place. But it has a lot of potential to net you massive damage. And it's good off stage as well. Her up air feels great and is a fantastic sharking and juggling tool. Neutral air is also great, but has less combo potential than you might think. But it is very good for neutral and is a great approach tool. Now to her specials, and I'll cover face steal in my next video. So watch this one first, and then in the next video that will be going up in a day or so, you go check that one out to find out what all of her face steal moves does and some help in every single matchup in the game. So just ignore the face steal move here. Her down special is pretty bad. It no longer has invulnerability frames, but it now has a hitbox, except it's not a great hitbox. But it does still give you armor break effect on your next attack, so if you're against someone like Wonder Woman, this is a great move to kill that armor. Up special is still Arya's premier tool that you're probably going to be using in almost all interactions. I'll get into the nuances of up special just in a bit, but just know that this is a very important part of her kit. Her knife has been nerfed pretty hard. It has much less hit stun now, making it hard to combo out of, but it still does what it always did, letting you extend combos and win a neutral interaction if you connected with it. Also, I see a lot of confusion on how the move works, so let me just clear something up real quick. The side that you teleport to depends on what direction you're holding when you're doing the input. So imagine your stick is inside of them. Whichever way you're holding that stick is where you will end up. It can be hard to get used to, but once it clicks, it clicks. Now that you know her moves, let's get into the general composition of basically all of her combos. So to start at the foundation level, I have to go over jab. Jab, as mentioned earlier, is Arya's absolute best move. It is insanely fast, however it can be punished if used unoptimally. It is a disjointed move that you can combo into up special. So once you hit it, you have a massive opportunity to do big damage. And this is basically Arya's entire game plan. Hit jab, do big damage or kill, and then just repeat. Once you connect with your jab, that's when the fun starts. Here you have a multitude of options, so I'm going to go over the 3 key options that you have once you connect your jab, and then move forward looking at it like some sort of a tree like that. From here you could either face steal, up special, or down air. All of these have their own strengths and weaknesses. Face steal can potentially, depending on the spacing of your moves, push them out of another follow-up, so it can be kind of inconsistent at times. Up special is very consistent, but may not provide as much damage as the others, but it's very reliable. Down air is very hard to use, and kind of inconsistent, but if used correctly can increase the damage that you do massively. But I will talk about this option last due to it requiring a perk to really get the most out of it. But it's still a pretty useful tool that you need to be aware of if you're gonna try to go far with Arya. So once you either hit face steal into jab, or just jab into up special, or jab into down air into up special, you will eventually in any Arya combo end up in a state where you are here. You hit up special, and now you have an opportunity to do a follow-up. You can follow up with pretty much any of your aerials: up air, side air, down air, and neutral air. Once someone is hit by your up special, they can actually do what's called DI, which is directional influence. So once you've hit an up special, your opponent has 2 options actually. They can DI in or they can DI out. And based on what they do, you have to react to that and move correctly to actually follow up from up special. This takes a lot of time and practice to learn, but to give an overview of how to always land Sayer after up special, after it connects, there's a 50-50 chance of them being behind you or in front of you. You need to react to this very quickly. If they're in front of you, it's pretty easy to see and you can just hit forward air and it's very easy to hit. But if they're behind you, you need to react very quickly so you can float backwards and hit it. But it can still easily miss due to the hitbox of Sarah only connecting here at the top. You need to make sure that that specific part of your sword is right on their feet like this. Now for up air, I can't really help with some inconsistencies that it has. It's a great follow-up after up special, but it can still miss sometimes due to just weird spacing and such. One thing that can help is holding the up air for a second before letting it out. But really, if you hit an up special, there isn't that many situations where either Sarah or up air wouldn't hit. So if you miss an up special follow-up, it was probably just a skill issue, and you can always be improving on this skill. Now, up air and side air are very basic moves to do after up special, but there are some other more interesting options like down air and neutral air. So down air after up special is definitely a great option, but to actually continue your advantage state after hitting it, it requires that your opponent is at a relatively high percentage so that you can do something like this. If that doesn't work, your combo is probably just gonna end. For Nair, this is a very niche and hard to use move after up special. If you have a knife on someone, it will let you carry them even further up to the top, which can potentially net you kills that you wouldn't get otherwise. But outside of this, I really wouldn't worry about up special Nair. Those are the options that you have out of up special, but what about the options that you have before up special? This is where face steal comes in. This is another bread and butter core combo to Arya, which is jab, face steal, jab. Pretty simple. And anytime I mention jab, you can assume that what was done before the jab is jab, face steal, and then jab, and then whatever follow-up. It might be hard to get into muscle memory if you've been playing Arya for a while, but getting to learn jab, face steal is very important, and you need to learn it right now. But there's also another thing to this. Similar to the up special DI, sometimes your opponents can DI out and make it so that you need to actually do a dodge jab, which takes 3 bars for it to actually connect. So watch out for burnout while using this. But if you're using jab face steal, then you'll have someone's face. Now, how to get the most out of someone's face is hard to know depending on every character, but as mentioned earlier, I will be making a video that should be out very soon about how to use every single character's face, and also some matchup advice. If it's out by the time that you're watching this, a card's gonna pop up right here where you can see that video. So let's say you just did this combo. Jab, face steal, dodge, jab, up special, up air. Well, what do you do now? Well, you could always try jumping up and going for another up air. When this works, you can kill so early. Just the option of it is always very threatening to your opponents. So some people are aware of this and know of this option and are ready to parry it. But when you're aware of how scared they are, you can actually sometimes wait for the parry and then go in. But that's some pretty high level stuff. Talking about high level stuff, let's get into dare after jab. This is a pretty good way to extend your basic combos, but it can be hard to get to be consistent. If you really want the most out of this, you should check out the platform perk. This is a perk that if you neutral dodge in the air, will spawn a platform below you at the cost of 3 bars. It also removes your option to get a parry in the air, so it's not a personal preference if you prefer not having a parry, but you can extend your combos, or if you prefer the parry. If you want to know more about this perk, I highly recommend checking out this video. It's linked in the description, so I highly recommend you check it out. But as said, it can extend your combo routes, but it also removes your ability to punish some obvious sharking or juggling attempts. Personally, I'm much more of just a fundamental player. I just like to, whiff punish and do the reliable combos that I know will work. But if you're trying to get sick Twitter clips, the platform perk is great. I also need to mention Dagger here. All of Arya's combos can be extended using Dagger, but it can be quite hard to actually get the Dagger on someone in the first place. But once you do get it, you can extend your combos so much. Once you understand how combos work without knife, you should be able to just mix in knife quite easily. But you do need to understand that you can't use knife, or you can't teleport to knife after up air or after side air. You can't do stuff like up special, up air, knife dash, up special, up air. But you can, however, do up special, knife dash in the up special, something like this. But hopefully now you understand Arya's combo theory and how you can mix it into all of your matches depending on whatever situation you find yourself in. If you're looking for more tips and advice, I also highly recommend you join the Arya mains Discord. There's a bunch of great Aryas in there that are always active and ready to help you out with anything. And it's also just a generally great place to talk about Multiversus. Also, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. So, ending thoughts and tips. If you're looking to improve, the most important thing is to just think critically and to play consciously. If you're always playing on autopilot, you will never improve. And if you never look deeper into things, you will never learn. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. This has been something that I wanted to make for a long time. Arya is definitely my favorite character in the game. I have 500 hours on the game, almost all of them on Arya. I'm very excited to keep playing Arya and to see some new players maybe trying out Arya. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe if you liked it, if it helped out. The Arya face steal video is coming out very soon. Be on the lookout for that. Subscribe if you want to see that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.